Audio test. Audio test. Okay. How's everyone doing today? Broken Soul, thank you for the $5 super chat. Very much appreciated. And hopefully you got that invite. I sent the beta fleet, your fleet name, and I think the guy got it sent out last night. So Voyager Act, Sean, how's it going? Sean, yeah, like Voyager said, with the Muds bundles, they're all limited runs, and then they do return when they do Muds bundle sales. So they do reappear every now and then, but they are not consistently left out in the store. And again, thank you, Broken Soul, for the $5 there. Doing great. Sphinx, how's it going? Documents. So apparently there's some spicy leaks over on Tribble. I'm gonna move over to in-game here and let's turn the webcam on. First thing is, there was a winner over on let me just respond to Broken Star real quick in Discord. Please. So yeah, I need to go send out the prize for the giveaway in my Discord. Winner was drawn, and they have put their app handle in, which I know, Voyager, I saw the chat in general. You were very much hoping that they would not say anything, but they did. They claimed their reward. I'm sorry, Voyager. You'll have more opportunities in the future. And there's still one over on the Builds Discord, so you know, if you missed out, if you didn't win the one on my Discord, there's still the giveaway in the Builds one, but just make sure to say something in one of the chat channels. I did forget to say that in the news video, and that is a core requirement listed right at the top of the giveaways channel, is that you have to have said something in the channel before the drawing happened in order to be able to win the drawing. So you have up until the giveaway is drawn to say literally anything in a chat channel there. So let me get this coupon sent out. I resolved my issues with my computer, and then I screwed up and forgot to turn the Windows installs back, or the Windows updates back off. So I was dealing with a lot of lovely black screens yesterday, all because Windows had done an update that seems to have undone the fix that resolved the issues. So there is a chance I will black screen again. I also had a green screen of death. I've never seen that before, but I guess it's because I'm on a Windows Insider build. So there we go. The winner has received their prize. And yeah, congrats. Congrats, Brogan, and hopefully you enjoy that. Let me move my chat over to somewhere that I can see stuff. So yes, the new mission that is going to be launching with the next update in September is currently partially live over on Tribble. So if you guys do want to try out the new content, you can go over there. I don't think they intended for it to be pushed out live, but it is on Tribble. It is not complete. You can't finish the mission, but you can, get an idea of, what's going on and all that. This light is not reflecting as well as it did last time. Rob, how's it going? Yeah, let me respond, just get caught up to everything in chat so far. Theo, how's it going? Zor, Brian, Wayne, Exotic. Half the new mission on Tribble, it's Mega Bugged, yeah. How's it going, Rims? Yeah, I did start a little bit early. Stargate, how's it going? Voltic. Wait for the update in September. Yeah, I mean, you can see the new stuff, but you're not going to be able to really do much for it or with it. Wait for it to go live on the live server. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the update next month. I think there's a lot of things that are going to be very exciting for some of you. There's going to be some surprising announcements for sure over the next month. Time to get up on top of the ground boards. Terrible. What do we expect on Monday, Tribble? So the thing they're doing on Monday is literally it's the same thing they've done before, where they're going to spawn in a bunch of enemies around some of the social hubs and we'll be able to fight them. They're trying to what they're trying to do is just test server performance. It's not them testing anything like new mechanic wise for, on our side. It's more of testing changes with the code to test stability. Is my feed dark or is he in the shade? I mean, I can turn this towards me, but the light... Gotta turn this down. If I put this up by the camera, have it directly pointing at me, it's a little bit better. But that is really bright. I need to get something to diffuse that. The last time when they did like the Quonos, or when they did ESD, they also did a secondary test over at Quonos. I don't know if they're going to do that again. I think for stuff like this, they should do like a faction neutral map like the S9 or something, because then that allows everyone to be able to go in. And most players in this game are on the Fed side. That's just the harsh reality of it. But some of us do have KDF mains. I mean, my main right now, casual, that is a KDF character. Black Evolved Doll Depot. Yeah, it is really, really quite bright. I think McStud was saying he's got like 2 lights by his monitors. This is as dim as this thing goes. I just need to not stare at it. So I have a question for those of you that have bought like the stuff from Master Replica. When that gets to the States, what is that usually delivered by? Is that UPS, USPS? Like who does the final step of that delivery here in the States? Does anyone happen to know? What do I think about Herlatch's proposed shield changes with tying it to control and debuffs? I mean, there's potential to add some dynamics there that would be interesting. I mean, I would need to like probably actually just experience it to see what the final numbers are, just see how it actually feels in play. I mean, it's interesting to make things just a bit different. I'm not sure what type of impact we would be looking at though. Why didn't I activate the thing where you have to say something to be able to win the giveaway in the casual Sab Discord? Because I don't know. True Warriors for KDF. Top Hat Stu would probably know. That's true. Stuka, how's it going, Chell? People who want good shields want good player shields, not good NPC shields. Anna, I'm glad that video was able to help. I wasn't sure how I felt about it. Like the first like 2/3 of the video I felt were fine. The part where I did the premium recommendations, I was getting a bit tired at that point and just wanted to get the video out. So I think there were parts of that were just one take. Voyager, it's fine. There will be more giveaways. It's okay. I do need to clear a slot on my ship roster so I can grab the Juggernaut here. What do I? And I did see why didn't I mention the Courier Pilot Raider? It's been cheap for a long time, and literally it's got the spinning mechanic on it, but also like I don't really want to promote the console. The console off the Courier, the debris screen, like it what was it? It like is scaling up with temporary hit points, so people have gotten like 100 million damage out of this console, and I don't really want to promote that more. So um I wasn't gonna mention a ship just because it has a broken console. Yeah, and they did have a Voyager J, but the Voyager J sold out in like 30 seconds. Is the just if you have any issues with the stream, I'd say just refresh the tab. But I ordered from Picard. How's it going? From Master Replica, I ordered the Rocinante that they had available yesterday, and I think they still have some in stock. Let me check. I don't really collect ship models, that much. It's never really been my thing. But I did go through and I picked up the XL Rocinante, which they still have some stock of apparently. But the other thing that I had ordered from them was the Pegasus. So I think that's going to be arriving here soon. I don't know if that's going to be today or not. UPS is just not giving me a ton of tracking info. So intriguing. How's it going? Do I have any extra ball obelisk laying around? I think I sold most of them, Rob. The Rocinante and the Pegasus are both like a foot long. This over. Still waiting on the F302. I thought about getting one, and in the end, I just wasn't interested enough. Um, I didn't think the model like that they had there looked that crazy good to me. I should have ordered one because apparently people are like reselling them for 400 bucks on eBay or something. But what's the difference between the Pegasus and the Galactica? They have they do look quite a bit different. Like if you go look up the actual models for them, they are different. I need to go through and get a ship off of my roster here, and I'm thinking the Titan's going to be it. Hopefully I forget the G. What am I missing here? I can't type. I can't type today. That's what I just got from that. Okay. I don't know how to access the new episode on Tribble. Maybe someone else can comment about that. It's on the available tab under your faction leader. Alan, how's it going? Yeah, I can pop open Tribble and we can just take a look at it. So I got the VOD War Juggernaut on this character now. It's a ship that I've always just... It's just so much raw firepower on the VOD War Juggernaut. And it can run 6 isomags on it. I mean, you could also just do 7 tack consoles, but realistically, on most builds like this, one of your tack consoles is, going to be the Lorca in most cases. So you'd be running 6 spire or locator or exploiters anyways. So when you're at that point of 6 exploiters or locators versus 6 isomags, the isomags just they went out. Barton, how's it going? Yeah, let's open Tribble. Yeah, just auto delete the old gear. Absolutely. I'm gonna close live. What do I think of the new promo ship, the new lockbox ship? You mean the friendship? Um, the issue when we look at any carriers is that carriers are, even if you go out and you buy literally every like high-end carrier piece of gear that you can get, every trait for carriers, all that, like carriers are just still like going and focusing on the pets just is never worth it unless you're just looking to do it for the theme. So I think as like a tank platform, it's fine. It'll do really good as a tank platform. Won't do as well as the 6, but the trade-off is you get that extra hangar bay. Now, how much impact that actually has, we'll have to see. Yeah, I run the isomags on ships that have even like one less engineering console than tac console. I've started running the isomags on those, but the thing is too with like some of the math that Still Better did, I don't know if they've updated this, but I think they said that they could factor in the impact on like experimental weapons, and then there's also some newer traits that benefit from weapon power also. So if you're running like a plasma build, even if you're at a 1 to 2 engineering console deficit versus tac consoles, the isomags may win out because the isomags are boosting the complex plasma fire trait. They're boosting the experimental weapon, and in some of those cases, the buff that those get from weapon power is quite substantial. Okay, so you said the mission. You scroll back up to it here. It's in the available tab under the faction leader. Yeah, so it's the 2 new missions, okay. So it looks like we're getting 2 missions with the September update. I guess, spoiler warning for those that don't want the spoilers here. But you can go over to Tribble, go to the available tab, and under your faction contact, they're there. Oh, it's the last story mission? Okay, so it's just 1 new mission. Gotcha. So Harry Kim is returning. Investigate a vortex forming by Starbase 1. We don't get to see what the reward is for this, so I'm not gonna play through the mission right now because it's sort of busted. But yeah, it's apparently if you do if you go over to like the starting point for this, apparently like Starbase 1 is actually in sector space now, right next to like Earth. So yeah, you can see here you do actually have Starbase 1 in sector space now. Starbase 1 map 2, it has a new planned in Skybox. Let's take a look at that real quick. That's Starbase 1. Just going to go into it private real quick, just get an idea of what the map looks like. Terrible, Dwayne. Chiaps has a gun. The I mean the friendship, I'm gonna get one. I've got stuff posted up on the exchange to get the EC to get one. Um, my intention is to mess around with it, but I'm going into it knowing that it's not gonna be, like a game changing ship. Oh yeah, they really did change this. Wow. Lots of debris here too. Theo Thomas has a gun. Yeah, they really did. He, I don't remember if the planet looked that way or not. I don't remember, but you can see there's actually some like debris just floating around here now. Space trashmen are on strike. Yeah, I mean clearly, some of this is probably still being worked on. The detail on it when you get really close is a bit low, but yeah, I mean there's clearly some changes going on here, and if you're a fan of Starbase One, it looks like you're going to be seeing some more maps with it here with the upcoming update. The war went poorly. This map. Starbase One, it's the burn. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Drozana. I don't even have to do that. I wanna see whenever I'm on Tribble and when there's been a new update, I always want to see, did they accidentally slip anything in? Is there anything in the lobby store? Is there anything, in the lockbox? Um, Voyager, I see you. Is there anything new listed in the lockbox, or when you click on it, doesn't list anything new? You never know. Sometimes they mess this stuff up. I think most of the bots are no longer really active. I mean, if you go look at some of the gold selling sites, the prices on things are basically double what they were like a year ago. There's clearly been, a pretty substantial impact on that stuff. I'm gonna swap characters here. Apparently my keybind's not active. I'm gonna get away from Voyager. Nothing new listed in the text for the promo pack. Nothing new in here. The Tribble promo pack never has all of the ships listed. Everything after the inquiry basically just isn't an option over here from the promo boxes. Giant sudden 400k dill backlog out of nowhere the other day. Anything new at the test console? Nope. I wonder if they have ever, I mean, I haven't heard of it, but I wonder if there's ever been a release where they almost accidentally put this Drozana console onto live. Imagine if that ever happened. That would just be devastating for the in-game economy. Anything new in the TFO window? Oh, let's check. That's a good call. No, not that I'm seeing. Just at a quick glance here. I'm not seeing anything like it on the initial glance. Let's check the private tab here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Any new patrols? Good call. Nah, if there was new ones, they'd be under the Mirror Universe tab. JB, how's it going? Oh, it's going well. Um, there's some new content over on Tribble, including the apparently the first part of the new episode for the upcoming content release. So you can go through and play the first little bit of the next mission over on Tribble. You just have to go to the available tab, and under the contact for your faction, it is um, taken by surprise. Rob, I did say hi to you. Yeah, Game Freaks was testing the updated Maelstrom yesterday. I will leave Game Freaks to all that testing. He's already saying he's writing up a report because it's like mega busted. He was saying in some situations it's doing like double the damage that it did before the nerf. So I'll let him get his write up done because you know how Game Freaks is. He's very thorough and he will have a very nice write up. Testing on a new torp boat build. Yep, they've got their coupon. Voyagers very upset. Okay, for dailies today, defeat Tholians on Nukara, disrupt damage, and destroy dreadnoughts. That's not bad. The 11th bundle really isn't that bad. It got a lot of hate, but I actually like the 11th bundle. Very controversial take. It's because everyone was really happy about the 10th bundle having so many ships in it. And then the 11th bundle came out and it only had 4 legendaries plus the 2 T6 coupons. And people were not happy at it not having as many ships. So it got a lot of hate. I bought those shield packs off the exchange the other day really cheap, and they are going to get me a nice bit of salvage. There we go. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, Dwayne. I think the path that we're heading towards is what they teased in the last season, which is that they want to move towards like the mirror or like the multiverse stuff, the mirror Borg. I expect we'll be seeing those again. Yeah, definitely. It's still the weakest, but it's not bad. Like the ships in it are good outside of the bird of prey. That was the other thing, is the bird of prey was just incredibly weak from it. Okay. 11th was also when the year Klingon was. They didn't. Yeah. They really did screw that one up. Legendary and egg bar. I'll see why the dog was barking. Second. I think I had a UPS package coming in. It may have just been delivered, so let me just pull up the app and check quick. Multiverse is everywhere. Yeah, it's the latest trend. Yeah, it is really disappointing that they did not do like a legendary Negvar. I mean, that I think that there's still an opportunity for them to do that. But whether or not they will, we'll have to wait and see. Dreadnoughts, do I hear HSC? Sure, we can do an HSC. Hear the Klingon? Yeah. We have a Distant Knight in chat that wants to tank an HSC, because I know Distant Knight loves HSC. Am I covering SCM? I am covering SCM, okay. Let's go. Here we go. No, I don't think it'll be a social map. I just, at this point, I don't really see... I don't know if, like, more social hubs are something really on the table at this point of the game's life. I mean, it'd be nice, but I just don't know if it's going to happen. Okay. I'm going to do public queue, Hive Onslaught Elite, public queue, let's go. Instantly popped. You guys were waiting for me to hit it. Okay. You love spoilers. I like it when the TFO loads fast, not whatever this is. Do I think ESD will get an updated look? Probably not. Now, my Serial Lightning is really good, especially on an AoE build. My Serial Lightning is actually, like, really, really good, especially in lower difficulty content. If you look at, like, some of the top ISA runs right now, or some of the more recent ones, like, my Serial Lightning, really good in that content. I don't see the interior of the SD probably ever changing again in this game's life. You know, maybe some minor changes here or there, but there's not going to be a big overhaul for that. I don't think there's a need for that. External changes? I don't know. I mean, that would be cool. I think a lot of people would like that, but I'm not sure how likely something like that is to happen.
I admire your strength, your will. With us, you could be so
Oh, I just fired Maelstrom without hitting spread. That type of day today, okay. Yeah, it was sort of a fail on my part. We're not going to talk about that. I would say with piloting that ship, MB's videos are really good for that. Just get an idea how he handles it, because MB's probably the best Blood War Juggernaut player in the game. Oh, off the top of my head, no, I don't. The Delkina is not surviving today. I should probably set mine up. Mess around with that here. I even explode casually as well.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
Feedback pulse.
Only fools dream of victory, where none can be had.
3, 2, 1. Feedback's gone. That was a bit rough, but we did it.
I am eternal! This is not the end.
Okay, let me find MB's channel. Let's scan for escape pods there. Good game, everyone. Yeah, the account-wide rep gear discount, very handy. Yeah, how do you end the cutscene like that? You have to, as soon as you see that pop up, you're just holding down escape key. How about an exchange terminal at KDF Starbase or bank and exchange at ROM Shuttle Bay? Ramsman, I think the reason that they haven't, or are you talking about the non-fleet ones? You're talking about the actual, just like the actual maps above like Quonos and all that. Yeah, a console there would be nice, but the fleet maps, the reason that the fleet map ones are so limited is because they don't actually want you to use your starbase as a social hub. As weird as that is. Yeah, so let me find MB's channel here quick. The link would have been removed. BWH. That's it. Yeah, his YouTube would be. That's MB's. MB's YouTube channel. MB is really, really crazy good with the Vodwar Juggernaut. He's also heavily utilizing a lot of the speed boosts that are out there. One of the newer speed boosts that he especially is going through and utilizing quite a bit is the one off of the Bozeman, the trait that's a clicky, but you have to wait for like 2 minutes into the run before you can even use it. That's the downside. Domain social, yeah, it'd be nice if they added those consoles to those parts of the map. I don't know what interest there is from them to do that type of stuff. Fleet Research Lab, yeah, I like the Fleet Research Lab map. Slot the trait after entering the map and it has no cooldown. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. That makes that make a lot more sense then. Yeah, the Boudoir Juggernaut, it is really powerful ship. But the drift on it really does kill it for a lot of people. I don't remember what all of the customization options are on it. Yeah, console swapping used to be a big thing in PvP. I like the purple that this one has. Just leave it like that. Yeah, I'm gonna put together my Vaudoir Juggernaut here. So for this, I think I'll probably just stick to the more traditional like disruptor setup on it. Do I have disruptor isomags on this character? Yes, I do. I know some would still just go with um just normal X layers and all that on this, but I'm gonna try this one with isomags. Yeah. It is definitely a bit to get used to for sure. Have I sold any isomags recently? No. I have not had too much post on the exchange, to be perfectly honest with you. Weapon wise, Terran Rep DHC, so the disruptor one, and then with it being disruptor, spiral wave disruptors across the board. Yes, the likes are definitely appreciated. Thank you for mentioning that, Storm players. Light is really bright. I just have it set on top of the monitor. I don't have it actually hooked to anything. I'm gonna go the ISA route, you know. I'm gonna go Ultimate Omni, Ultimate Torpedo, and then I'll do the 3-piece. Get that really nice haste boost there for a couple seconds. I'll set this up more for like lower difficulty content. So Ultimate Torp, Deflector Engine Core Shield. I'm gonna go, if I'm going for normal advanced, I'll do Disco 3-piece because the Mycelial Lightning's just crazy good. The engines, comp engines, of course. Oh, that is not the right. Warp Core. Okay. Axel, how's it going? And I guess I do need to slot the Hesperian stuff on this. So where is the what was the name of the Hesperian console again? It's gonna be staring right at me, but I forgot the name. Dragon. Oh yeah, duh. I grabbed the right one. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot the name already. That's rough. Spencer, would you say it's not a good idea to get the mods bundle just to get the Vaudoir Juggernaut? Adapt, that entirely depends on how many characters you want to put the ship on. Muds bundles are expensive, you know, to be clear. That's 150 bucks. How many characters do you want the Vaudoir Juggernaut on? Do you want it on one character? Do you want it on 10? If you want it on more than one character, it makes sense to go for the Muds bundle. Dragon's Blood. I'm like mentally I'm already like checked out. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I can't believe I forgot that name. Please forgive me. No. 10th bundle. Yeah, 10th bundle is just amazing. Okay, for the last console here. Boss, how's it going? It's also Iowa. It's been a long, long day, a long week. Let's do the sensor phantom projector. Let's get that cat too. So much fun with the Hesperian console. I do not remember what I have trained on my bridge officers. We are about to find that out. This one's the Intel. I'm gonna do emergency power engines 1, weapons 3, and then that's a lot of very sudden messages. Terrible, Voyager. I'm on a 120-inch projector screen. Okay. That is, I'm not going to look at that on stream, but thank you for that message. Okay. Especially when putting it on the old birth. What have I been up to? Just, dealing with the tech issues. I resolved things and then I forgot to turn Windows updates back off. Windows didn't update and I started having black screens again. So it's been fun the past couple of days. Okay, SRO Attack 2. I don't remember if this one's got Intel trained on it. That was good. OSS 3, and then that like that for the moment. I have my CSV3 on, Aero sensor bands. Let's do MAS. And for this spot, I'll do a beam overload one. And the reason for the beam overload on a CSV build is that it's a comp engine proc. The reason that the torp spread will be on is that you can use both of these. Oh, speaking of black screen. My back? Comes back and it's black. We here? We here? I I said something about there being black screens, and then it does a driver timeout, and everything goes black. It's the display port cable, but the display port cable worked fine with the 3090. Yeah, I'm at about a week left on the return window. It was working fine until there was the drop, like the Windows update. Oh, what happened to the OBS? What are you? There it goes. It changed. It was messed up there for a moment. Yeah. I picked up XFX 7900 XTX. Yeah. One fancy lamp behind. Did I use them to pay for it? No. Terrible. Okay, we're gonna just leave that like that. Bridge officer wise here, I'm gonna just for redundancy do a photonic officer one and then like a tractor beam one. Not gonna get too much out of that, but we'll just go with that. Okay, SCM apparently. There we go. If I resize that, it looks like it's fine now. Save the loadout before I go to space, so when I go up to space, it doesn't completely brick it. Did the AMD card at least come with a good trader console? It came with what is it? The upcoming Bethesda game. I can't remember the name of. I mean, I could go and do cold-hearted with the Ox to Bat. I mean, I can just set this up as like a half bat build, do the Ox to Bat plus Photonic Officer. I mean, that'll work. I can do that. But, you know, first thing you gotta do with a new ship, fix them power levels. Max to weapons and dump the rest into engines. Starfield. Yeah. Having issues today? Yes, I am. Yes. Yeah, I can level the ship up, though. Don't worry. We'll get through this real quick in a couple minutes here. So everything looks fine there. Bridge officer's fine. I'm gonna get my DOF sorted out quick. So with this being half Ox to Bat, I'm just gonna do 3 technicians here. We'll drop. The issue with doing that, I mean, I can just not run the Ox to Bat DOFs and just use it for cold-hearted. I mean, I do have the Photonic Officer on. That, otherwise, I'd have to drop like my 27, 24, or one of the crit DOFs. Both are good. Phantom, Valdor, both are good for different things. I'm just gonna go without the technicians on because I should have enough cooldown reduction on this build. So I'm gonna put oh no. Let's see here. Let's do 23, just get the whole capacity, because the whole capacity is more crit from Tyler's. Just run the 2. The console beside the Lorca is the sensor phantom projector from the Cyclone. So whenever I'm setting up my trays on these ships, I try to leave some room between firing modes if I have multiple on the tray. In this case, though, the beam overload and the torpedo spread are just going to be on a separate key, and I'm going to explicitly be using those when I need a speed boost. I would, if I return the graphics card, the code that I got would be voided. I mean, the thing is, the card works perfectly fine when it works. It's just that for whatever reason, there's some driver confliction. Windows 10 is probably what I'm going to try next. Honestly, I thought about 1 p.m. I downloaded the installer for Windows 10. So that'll probably be the next thing I try. We'll see if Windows 10 solves it. If that fails, my next thought is, because I have up until the 11th to return, to start the process to return this card. And what I will do is I might just go back to my old motherboard, processor, RAM, put the card in there, and see if that does anything. But I have tried basically everything so far. That's already that stuff's already disabled, Grim. Yeah, the 3090, the only reason I even bought a new GPU is because my 3090 burned out. And I needed a replacement. I don't know how long this RMA is going to take, so the reason I got the 7900 XTX is I figured either I'd give it a try, and if it was an improvement, I would just sell the 3090 when I got that back. But with all the trouble I've been having, I don't know. I need to put more things on the tray, and it sounds like the niece is very happy right now. I can hear her yelling in the other room. There's a specific. Do I have a backup? I have the other graphics card that I could grab for my computer is an RX 580. I would just have to go grab that from a different computer. Alternatively, my laptop has a 1660 Ti in it. Yeah, I'm on the edge of the map. The power supply is an EVGA 1000 watt G5. It's not their highest end, but it should be more than enough for this. In any case, I have another power supply coming in actually because my NAS has been having some issues recently, and that was one of the troubleshooting steps I was looking at for that. And I just have the exact same model coming in. I bought one off eBay that didn't have the cables on it, so it was actually pretty cheap. And that'll be here in the next couple of days. So if that's the issue, my thoughts are I'm just gonna use my old processor, motherboard, RAM, and that NAS because there's some issues with that stuff in there right now, and then just use that power supply, and I can try the card in that. So that would be a 5900X plus the 7900 XTX, and if that works, then I know it's an issue with the new motherboard, processor, RAM that I got. But I've already tried various things. I've tried XMP disabled. I've tried pretty much every solution that is out there, and just not having luck with this computer. It's already on the tray. Tech team or tech fleet. I'm forgetting something here. Intel fleet would probably be good to have on my tray. No, the power supply EVGA, those EVGA's power supplies are fine. Is that the one yeah, the RX 580 is in my mom's Facebook machine, so I mean I can take that if I really wanted and put in like a GT 730, I think it was the one she was using before. I could do that swap. But I think the next thing I'll try is Windows 10. And if that fails, swap in the motherboard, RAM, processor out basically. Because I still have I still have my old setup. what's the best time to fire intel fleet? Usually, attack an intel fleet. Ideally, your entire team would be chaining them, and ideally, they would both be up basically all the time. Terrible. I did not fix traits. So let's put cold-hearted on here, and that'll be good enough. Everything else will be fine. Patrols, I'm gonna do an elite Argala, and one elite Argala should be all this needs to get leveled up. Yeah, this ship is definitely not the easiest one to handle out there. That one didn't die, really? Okay. Man, it's been a while since I flew one of these.
Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the asteroids, possibly consistent with Volvo's temporary hideout. We do what we want, where we want.
I sort of forgot how big this ship actually is.
I'm taking you with me.
Yeah, my flying was atrocious, but I mean, that's an Argala Elite in like 90 seconds, so.
Thank you for your assistance, and welcome to this.
Wouldn't the Ionic be better than OSS because the debuff? No, OSS is power. I like power. All the weapon power. Need all of it. Yeah, I foresee Windows. Did I try kicking the graphics? Imagine using the Battle War Combat console on it. I remember using the actual like console set on SOB because I had all three of the ships over there, so using the entire set, like it was sort of fun. I think it even had like I had a Battle War Puller on cannon rapid fire build on it. Yeah, I mean this ship is just really powerful. I mean the other ship that I was looking at was the Inquiry, and I think there's good reasons to go for either of them. The Vaudouar Juggernaut for me, like if I ever do want to do the grind for ISA and try to, go for records on there, the Vaudouar Juggernaut is really good for that. But if I'm for just more like casual like elite gameplay, I think the Inquiry would have been the better choice for me. But I just I'm hoping that they put that back into the Lobby store at some point. What is the word on the Cyclone trait? Is it worth it? I mean, the Cyclone trait, I think at a budget level is fine. But for like, you know, is it like a top 6 trait to use on a do build? Probably not. Because it's a cat 1 damage boost, and then it's only up for 7 seconds. So it's a good trait if you don't have better traits. Terrible. Safe Galaxy Fandy Shield. Let's see what that looks like. I see why I was having cooldown reduction issues also. I don't have Ruin on, so I'm gonna drop Sad for Ruin. That's why I was having cooldown issues, because Ruin of our enemies off the D7 Merrick Worker Flight Deck Carrier. After every 5th defeat you get with that trait on, it gives you cooldown reduction. So that in a AoE heavy environment where you're getting lots of kills with like a CSV build, then yeah. So the trade-off this thing, I'm not using it right now, but the trade-off of this is 10% crit chance for energy weapons, with the downside being it does increase your weapon power drain by weapons by 50%, but if you're on a build where you need crit chance, this is one of the traits you can use to get your crit chance back up. Yeah, they have. They've rerun the Lobby store promo ships like once or twice in the past. I mean, the card, if I'm using, like, if I'm going in and I'm playing, like, Hitman, I can play Hitman 3 for hours on end, no issue. I can play many games perfectly fine, but it's the two games that I've had issues with, mostly Stowe, and the other one is World of Warships. And it's quite often when I'm tabbing out, watching videos or streaming while playing those, that the black screen issue happens. It's when I'm tabbing out and doing things on the other windows. So I think it's a driver issue. Yeah, pretty much, Cheops. Okay, so I'm going to do an infected conduit advance. We're going to take the Vodwar jug into the place where it's supposed to, you know, just dumpster everything. And we can see just how bad my piloting is. I imagine I'm going to have some lovely comments from some of you that disprove. Yes, I'm borderless window on both of them, Grim. And I'm wondering if that, you know, is that maybe something having influence here? The other thing that I've been wondering about is, you know, could it still be the fact that 2 of my monitors are G-Sync monitors? Yeah, STO set to reduce CPU usage when tabbed out. Am I going to do the Tribble event? I mean, I might go over there, mess around, might stream it, I don't know. Maybe an issue with OBS, but it happens without OBS on also. Like if I'm watching a video, or yesterday, I just had music playing on Firefox, but I got a message on Discord while I was playing Warships. As soon as I got that message, and hardware acceleration is off on both Firefox and Discord, but as soon as I got that message on Discord and like tabbed out to look at it, black screen. But it's happening in Warships also. So it's mostly Stowe, but it is happening elsewhere. So let's go turn that off. I mean, I can see how that goes. I queued for... Oh, it's loading. Thoughts on the Walker Shenzhou Legendary version? It's okay. It's never a ship that I was too crazy about, but...
The situation is...
So if you guys ever do an infected and you guys see that the right side is targetable right off the bat, if even one of these generators is killed before the starting group is taken out, it will break the TFO and you just will not be able to complete it. Just be aware if you have issues in infected runs, it's probably because someone did that. Equip the Vandy. I don't know if I have it. I'll do it after.
Scanning the nanite transmitter. Got it.
CSV misfire. Now I'm just incredibly slow. Engine got shut off. Yeah, so this is already a great run. This is terrible. Okay. This is absolutely garbage, but someone went to the right side right away, and or is there a loose sphere? Okay, here we go. That was the issue. I was like, did someone go to the right off the bat? That was garbage. That was a terrible run. My piloting there was atrocious, and CSV not working right off the bat is always an immediate rip to any runs like this. Yeah, that just immediately killed it right off the bat. Like, if you have CSV misfire, it's done. Like, as soon as you have a CSV misfire in a run like that, the run is done. When's the updated max DPS in the Darien video coming, Spencer? I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing, Grim. I can run Furmark for hours. I can run Furmark, fully load the GPU, fully load the CPU at the same time, and everything, is fine. Chip is just I don't like. Um, let's see here. Just to verify, am I actually crazy or was... Yeah, so just straight up no CSV here or here. Yeah. There's two big blocks in the run of no CSV. Okay. Let's try another advanced queue and see if it goes any better. McStew's EPG build on the Terran Serverville. Yeah, the Vault War Juggernaut's not for everyone. It has insanely high potential, but the issue is it can be brutal to actually try and fly it. So it's not for everyone for sure. The inquiry I think is much more manageable for most people. Am I expecting any more big meta changes like the isomags later this year? Probably not. I think if anything, we're gonna see that the advanced science consoles probably get more tuning. So like Grim, I doubt it's the GPU. I think it's entirely a driver issue in Windows. Yeah. I mean, the server performance is just been on a continuous downward trend. I mean, that's why they're trying to do like the Tribble test on Monday. I mean, that's not to test new content. That's to test things they're trying to do internally to address server issues. And hopefully they can, get things figured out, but I don't know. The thing is, if you go for the jug and you want to go for like ISA record setting, just know it will be a grind getting used to the ship. Like, you can get used to the Vodwar Juggernaut, you can get used to the drift with it, you can get used to the piloting, get used to piloting it, but it will take time. Your immediate experience will be sort of like what I just had there, where it's going to feel pretty rough when you're first getting the jug. It's very much a very large ship. Bit of a pig to handle for sure. Gotta clean this up. Start, overshoot, slide, turn, repeat. Yeah, I used to be able to handle this thing, but right now it's a feeling a bit rough. Yeah, definitely feeling a bit rough right there. No, Mystic Tree. This thing's good with whatever you want to toss on it. I mean, people have done phasers, but realistically, like, if you're going for the Bottle War Juggernaut, you're min-maxing like CSV stuff, you're probably gonna go Spiral Wave Disruptors. Spiral Wave Disruptors just really slam. Terrible. I'm gonna swap out of the Bottle War Juggernaut, I think. I feel like doing some elites, and I don't actually want to fly this thing around in there. I'm thinking I probably should have just went for the Inquiry. I mean, the Vodwar Juggernaut is good ship. I'm glad to have the trait, but it is... Apparently, someone put me into red alert there. Performance anxiety. I'm just too tired to deal with it right now, to be honest with you. It's already been a long day. Chow? What? What's going on? Solo Vault Elite in the Jug? No. I think I'll pass. burn them all. Let's see here. I saw Into the Hive mentioned. Let's do an Into the Hive Elite on ground. Missing the exciting content? Terrible. Oh yeah, I was gonna swap that Vanity Shield. I completely forgot. Yeah, it's just been a long, annoying week. We we've had a lot of construction going on around Tier 2 recently, so what about Corfez? Terrible. I don't know, Voyager.
You have penetrated to the heart of...
Yeah, the Cyclone's been fixed, yeah. Yeah, harder Borg red alerts would be nice. There's still a low difficulty because they're directed mostly at like brand new players. And to a lot of people out there, the Borg red alerts are still a challenge. That's why Cryptic has such a hard time balancing things, is because things are explained so poorly in the game that people don't understand how to set up their ships. Just looking at what's provided in the game. So a lot of people do not know how to set things up, and that means that they actually do struggle in content like, red alerts.
Sweep this room quickly and you'll catch the Borg off guard. Seize the advantage! The Borg are
Am I going to do a video on like the Cyclone? I mean, I've thought about doing a review of them, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what my next video will be. I'll figure something out. Yeah, with them, potentially working on new Borg content, I would really like to see like a Wolf 359 TFO. I think would be really fun, like an actual challenging Borg cube that's using some abilities that is just difficult to take down, like a single one, and not using feedback, like throwing out random abilities at us, like having some survivability, give it like a billion HP, like make it actually difficult to take out. Something like that I think would be really fun. Acheron CSV build with SAT, I mean, you can do that. I'm not a fan of the Acheron, but it is a capable ship. It's just one of those ships where I never really thought it was worth the cost that they were asking for it. Legendary attack cube.
The Borg are reacting to the virus upload. Reinforcements inbound.
I think at this point, any Picard-related topic's not really a spoiler. If you haven't watched Picard at this point, you're probably just never going to watch it. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think the red alerts are sort of a joke, but there are people that do have a challenge with them. I mean, I don't think some of you understand just where the average STO player is at. Like some of the things that even myself or McStew or others get in the comment section, it's just you read it and you're like, what? I had one the other day. Someone saying they've never been able to have a training manual work. And they've been playing the game for years, and I'm like, did you promote your bridge officers? The lack of information in the game is just really crazy, and a lot of people have a hard time with a lot of the systems in the game. And a lot of us that played Endgame, you know, we don't even think about the stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that's just not explained at all that people have a really difficult time with. I mean, I look at the wiki quite often. Like, there's always going to be things you need to look up, you know, you need to do some research for in this game. Like, the game explains things terribly. So I don't blame people for having issues with things. Like, it's just the game. Lose my mouse cursor.
You cannot defeat me.
Battle of Sector 001, yeah.
Defeat the ball.
Well, it's just there is no tutorial. That's like, there's no actual, like, when you're wanting to learn how to do things in the game, you don't even have a tutorial, really. Okay, let's see. What did we get from the... I got an ISO mag piece. That's good. Any of you get an ISO mag piece there, or... DPS of that? I was at 2.2. Am I blocking it with my face? Hold on. Terrible. What's a bridge officer? Yeah, you can do that. Like if you're wanting to see where the average player in the game is, you can just do that. Go into a red alert, take out one group by yourself, and wait in the middle and see how long it takes for the rest of the team to to do the rest. Like example, what's going to happen now is some of you are going to queue for that. One of you just queued for that and is going to like insta nuke it. Nice. A lot of the ground DPS comes from overkill, so don't worry too much about it. Like, I've got the Ball Obelisk there doing like just randomly like 60k hits. I'm gonna take out one group by myself, and then I'm gonna wait in the middle. You might get lucky, have a team that can do things fast, but like you can see, where people are performance wise. You see how long it takes for them to take out like, a cube, a probe, things like that. This one wasn't too bad. We got through it really fast.
0047, 8 of 10. Engage now.
But there were also 2 of you in there, so I was going to go fast regardless. But yeah, queue up for that random times of the day. See how see how quickly your team takes the other stuff out. Oh, DPS ceilings would just be... DPS ceilings is like one of those ideas that you see pop up, and I think it would probably... It would hurt the game a lot more than people realize, because getting to a certain DPS levels is more about skill rather than, the gear you have. Like, there are people that can do 100k, on a budget build, but you give a new player or someone less experienced that same budget build, they might do like 10k DPS or maybe even lower. STO is skill based. I mean, there's going to be an impact from the items that you purchase, but a lot of it's skill based. And if they put like a DPS cap at like 100k, that would... You hit 100k very easily once you understand what you're doing. And it would mean that we wouldn't have a reason to buy, certain things. So DPS ceilings go against the idea of cryptic selling power creep. So when people ask for DPS ceilings, they're asking cryptic to stop selling us things that are more powerful. And I think, cryptic knows that we buy things because it makes our builds more powerful. It would be incredibly stupid. It would remove one of their main sources of getting people to buy ships. It's like, and also you get the discussion all the time of just change the game engine. It's not that simple. And even if they change the game engine, and they're going to copy a lot of things over from this game engine into the new one they do, so... DPS that is overkill. Yeah, I mean, that would be fine. Like, doing that would be fine. That's what Warships does. Warships doesn't have overkill damage. It only lets you do the damage that the enemy has. Or the hit You can only do damage equivalent to the hit points, that the enemy has. That's fine. But overkill is, yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's even really much care on their part for dealing with overkill in the combat log, because that doesn't really have any practical in-game, that doesn't do anything bad in-game necessarily. That's more for like just record chasing. And that also goes against the idea of us seeing bigger numbers, because to them, us seeing bigger numbers means we're going to be more willing to buy something. I'm still of the opinion, Mark 16, give us a level cap increase, take us to 70, 75, give us Mark 16 gear. That's getting them money by letting us upgrade the gear further. And if they raise the level to say 75, yeah, we're getting a little bit of an increase on our gear, but the enemy hit points, and the effectiveness of the enemy abilities would hopefully be offsetting that. But I'm probably, there's probably some stuff with that I'm missing. That's, things wouldn't scale up the way that I'm thinking. I don't know. Did I find a fix for the card, Ginger Russ? I think at this point, I mean, I can try a different DisplayPort cable, but I think, in my opinion, it's just something with the drivers. I had a solution that worked for a couple days. There was a Windows update that you could get that had a resolution for some driver timeout issues. I had like 5 days where everything was fine, and then Windows did another update, and now everything's screwed again. Yeah, I remember Delta Rising. I don't know. As on the player side, I don't know the numbers for like what type of impact that would be enough to say for sure if that'd be good bad. I don't know. But go back to Windows 10. That's probably going to be the next step. And then the step after Windows 10, if that fails, is to try a different processor, motherboard, and RAM. And for that, I do have my old motherboard, processor, and RAM just sitting in a box over in the corner of the room. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Okay, I'm gonna cut things a bit short though today because I need to go help my family with some stuff and feeling a bit hungry. So I know this wasn't too long of a stream, but I am going to spend the next couple hours, going through down. I'm gonna get Windows 10 installed, try that out, see if that solves anything. So I need to go through back files up here because not everything's hooked up to my OneDrive account right now. So I'm gonna go through, try that, and if that fails, then tomorrow I'll probably just swap out motherboard, processor, RAM, and see if that does anything. What was the name of the command cruiser from the video last night? The Sagan command cruiser, Warp Core. Yeah, I know this is a bit shorter, but I want to, I'm starting to get up close to the return window for that graphics card, so I do want to try and get this issue solved, and if I don't, then it's got to go back. Windows 3.1 terrible. Is the Cyclone trait any good? It's a good budget level trait. It's good budget level, but I don't think it's a top 6 trait. So thank you all for tuning in. I will see you guys around.